We're live. Good evening, Patriots. Dan Dubois, Canadian Combat Coalition. We're also known as C3. The reason I'm on this evening, and first let's get some people to watch. I'm going to bring in a few people to watch. Please bear with me. Okay. Gotta type in poor Roger's whole name. I don't know why. Okay, so you're invited. All right. Okay. Hey Tracy. Hey Katie. Jay's got both of yous on here. All three of us. Anyways, the reason I'm doing this live video is we're going to announce our rally again this summer. That's right. C3, Canadian Combat Coalition, we're not giving up. We're going to try and have another rally this coming July 2019. And this is as important as it gets, folks. Last kick at the can. It won't be long before elections are up again. And, we're going to have to make some decisions, some important decisions as to who we're going to vote for to see where Canada is headed. So, with that said, it's going to be called Canadians for Canada Rally 2. We had our first one July 14th and 15th last year. I just had a conference call with some leaders, Dan Unruh, Roger Rowan. We feel that 2 days was too long last year. It kind of divided the rally. We feel that we may have started too early in the day at the hottest time of the day. So we're going to ask Patriots to give us some input. But the date is going to be July 20th. That's the date we're picking. It's a Saturday. And we're thinking of doing a later rally, if it's possible, okay? I have to make application to Parliament. And if it's possible, we're thinking maybe 3 to 7. Leave the whole day open for Patriots to do whatever they wish in the Ottawa area. And in the afternoon and later afternoon, early evening, have the rally on Parliament Hill. So we're thinking between 3 and 7. We're thinking that we might get a better crowd after supper, that maybe more local people from Ottawa may attend, knowing that there's a rally going on downtown in their city. Maybe their curiosity will drag them out after supper to attend the rally for a few short hours. And this is as important as it gets because, like I said, I don't want to repeat myself, but fact is that this is our last kick at the can. Elections are going to be coming up shortly, a few months after this rally. So I think it's important that our speakers get a chance to share the news. I'm hoping that maybe we can even entertain guys like Maxime Bernier himself to show up. Maybe we could get, Scheer to show up. I mean, these guys want to sell us on why we should elect them. I'm inviting them. I spoke to the PPC today, matter of fact. They reached out to me. I'm part of a member for the PPC, a founding member. But I'll tell you, I'm keeping an open mind. And I've kind of been swayed to believe in what Maxime Bernier is offering. But fact of the matter is, the game ain't over. And it's very possible that I could change my mind and vote for Scheer. Won't be Trudeau. I can guarantee you that. But maybe I'll vote for Scheer. I want to see what, in my opinion, I think the race is between these two guys, Maxime Bernier and Scheer. I think they're probably the two best opponents that we could possibly vote for. And I'm watching, and I'm listening, and I'm sharing. And, you know, I'm going to make up my mind, not now, but I'm going to make up my mind. I figure I'll have my mind made up by July. I should know who I'm going to pledge my vote to and my allegiance to, because by then, I think these leaders have had sufficient time to present their platform and help us make decisions as to who we will endorse. So, with that said, Canadians for Canada Rally 2, we will make a link. We'll advertise like last year. I can't believe that people still say that, geez, I didn't know about that rally. I would have attended. Well, you know, we've got 6 months, 7 months to 8 months actually from now to prepare. So you got 8 months to find a babysitter for the kids and for the dog, and 8 months to save your money and to plan, you know, transportation, shared transportation with someone, possibly take the bus, the train, the plane. Julie McNamara, awesome patriot, flew from British Columbia last year. Her and a friend, Stephen Hung, both flew from BC. I mean, you want to talk patriotism? I'd like to see more people this year. We need thousands if we're going to be recognized. Last year, the rally wasn't very successful. It was disappointing. I think the heat, considering it was over 100 degrees that weekend, might have played a factor, because we had many people come and go that came for a short period of time and didn't stay for the whole event. So we never accumulated everyone that was actually present on those days, because I had numerous people come to me and tell me, Dan, it's just too hot. We stayed half an hour. We can't take it anymore. We're leaving. We'll try to come back later. So there was a lot of coming and going, and understandably so. This year, hopefully the weather's more favorable. Hopefully we got no rain and it's nice and warm and not quite as hot. We're probably going to stay at Wesley Clover Parks again, which is an awesome campground that had lots and lots and lots of vacant sites. They've got cabins, they've got trailer areas, they've got tenting areas. So the accommodations aren't a problem. So I feel that if you care for your country, you're going to help us help you, and you're going to attend this rally. Okay, I've had a lot of people tell me, announce the date, I'm coming. Well, I've announced it. It's July 20th, 2019, and the tentative times are between 3 and 7. We'll find out when I make application if we can actually do it at those times. And, you know, I'm also hoping that some of you will comment on this video and share this video so we can get a lot of interaction and people can give us their opinion as to the time. The date is pretty well etched in stone. That's the date we're picking. But the time, you know, if people feel maybe we should start earlier in the day and end earlier, or start later and end later, I don't know. I think an evening rally would be awesome. I think if it is hot that day, after supper, it'd be a little cooler. I'm thinking people that were working on Saturdays, because people do work on Saturday, are off after supper. I think July is a good month because people have their holidays. School is out, the kids are out. You got 8 months to plan. So, you know, this rally, I'm hoping, will be more successful than the last. So I'm going to move on to a couple other short topics I wanted to talk about. Faith Goldie tomorrow is having a rally in Toronto. And, geez, you know, I wish I had the exact location and the date. I'm hoping somebody will share the link in the comments. But Faith Goldie, I really hope that C3 members and anybody that's hearing Faith or myself speak at this rally will attend tomorrow. It's a rally opposing Trudeau signing the UN Migration Act, where Canada is actually signing over its sovereignty, and the United Nations would have total control of our immigration policies, system, and how many people we import. Of course, you, the tax-paying Canadian, have to pay for it, while the United Nations dictates who we take and how many we take. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's not, to my amazement, it's that many countries are opting out of doing this. They're the smart ones, I believe. Trudeau's a total idiot for doing this, and we all know why Trudeau's doing it, because he's kissing ass like he always does. He's trying to get a seat in the United Nations. So please look for the link. I hope, if I find the link, I'm going to post it underneath this video. Please attend this rally tomorrow in Toronto with Faith Goldie. And another thing that I was really happy to see is that the French in France today, and for all of those that told me that I was a fool and I'm stupid and that it'll never happen, well, it looks like France is on the verge of civil war. There's rioting in the streets, there's fires in the streets, the police are setting up barricades, and the French civilians are speaking up against Macron and his taxation policies and his ridiculous oil prices and his ridiculous immigration policies. So finally, the French are standing up and being counted and opposing this Macron terrible government. You know, him, Merkel and Trudeau, these globalists have to be stopped. Thanks to guys like Trump for bringing the awareness and for standing up. We may all have to move to the States one day. And I'll tell you, if Canada becomes a shithole country like Trudeau's trying to make of it, I will move to the States. So I'm hoping by next weekend I'll be able to show we got a bunch of new swag, C3 coming out. I'm going to really work on getting that damn GoFundMe page set up on our page, this page where you're watching this video, because we will need funding. If you can help us with funds, these funds will be going towards transportation and helping people get to this rally in July. I'm hoping to collect enough funds that we can pay back the group and that we can pay for some of this swag before we sell it, and that we can actually accumulate some funds so that we can maybe, if it's possible, rent a bus, pay for some Patriots fuel, whatever. These funds would be to help Patriots make their way to Parliament Hill in Ottawa, July 20th. And like I say, the time is still tentative. So we're hoping that you join us. It's official. C3 will be hosting Canadians for Canada Rally 2. If we have to, there'll be a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6, and we're not giving up. Last year I was very discouraged with the numbers, especially after having announced this rally so far in advance. We had groups that listened to some terrible propaganda. We had the Patriot Pride Canada-wide page out there actually try to sabotage our rally. Ryan will do anything to sabotage C3. Jealous that he was thrown out of this group. He calls his group Patriot Pride, and he's far from a patriot, because if anybody knows him, all he's been doing is reporting patriots, getting him thrown in Facebook jail, and doing whatever he can to sabotage rallies like he tried to sabotage ours last year. So I'm telling you right now, this rally's happening. The application is in, and we will be showing up on Parliament Hill on July 20th, 2019. So with that said, I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm happy that those of you that are watching watched. I'm hoping that you will share this video and share the information that we are having a rally July 20th, 2019, and it'll be the same motif as last year. You bring your own signs and you can put on your sign whatever you oppose, or whatever the Canadian government has done that you oppose, or whatever Trudeau's done that you oppose. That's what you put on your sign. You can make this rally a personal one, like they did in Calgary yesterday. One woman liked to expose the fact that Trudeau's mom slept with Mick Jagger. Most hilarious thing I've ever seen. And if you've seen the picture, in the background there's a guy holding another sign that says, "And Fidel Castro." Hilarious. Poor Trudeau's getting raked over the coals. Why? Because he's doing a terrible job with this country. He's trying to make Canada another third world shithole. He's letting anybody walk in over our borders, not doing what he should be doing, is protecting our borders like Trump is doing. And that's the unfortunate thing with these globalists. They don't believe in borders. They don't believe in separate cultures. They want everybody to mix everything together and all live in what they think will be harmony. Well, fact of the matter is, I've never seen anything good come out of throwing everything in one pot. If you think that you can throw everything in one pot and your recipe is going to come out tasting good, I got news for you. There needs to be recipes in cooking, and there needs to be recipes in living. And cultures are important, and they deserve to be protected. And there's nothing wrong with protecting our borders. And there's nothing wrong in being selective as to who we let into our country. If you don't have Canadian values ingrained in who you are, you don't belong in this country. If you don't plan on coming to this country and being a contributing member to this country, you don't belong here. And if you can't come in through the front door, that you got to sneak in through the back door and come in illegally, you just broke a federal law and you don't belong here. So with that said, help support Canadian Combat Coalition C3 this coming July 20th, 2019 for Canadians for Canada Rally number 2. Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, and please share this video so that we can finally get some support. I'm thinking this year might be the year, election year. I think Canadians might stand up. So maybe we'll get the numbers this year. So have a great evening, Patriots, and we'll see you again.